Hi, I'm Troy Wolverton with another video edition of Tech Files. This week I'm talking about the Sifteo cubes, an innovative game product from a San Francisco startup. I grew up with video games and still enjoy playing them from time to time. But I have a certain nostalgia for games that you play with physical objects like game pieces or playing cards. The folks at Sifteo are hoping to tap into similar sentiments. They've created a new video game system that you play by manipulating objects. In this case, the objects that you manipulate are little boxes or cubes that have small screens on them. But instead of playing the games by manipulating a joystick or mashing buttons on a game controller, you play the games with the cubes by tilting them, by shaking them, by moving them around and rearranging them and placing them side by side. You can play with up to 6 different cubes at a time, but most of the games that are available now only require 2 to 3. Because the game cubes are separable, they're easy not only to play with by yourself, but also to share them with friends. Right now, most of the games that are available for the cubes are simple puzzle or word games. One of them, for instance, is called Mount Brainiac, and in Mount Brainiac, you rearrange the cubes so that they spell certain things or put certain things in a particular order. So you might have a series of 3 words that you'd put in alphabetical order by placing them in a row, or you might have a series of math facts so that you would spell out to say 3 plus 3 equals 6. Some of the games that are available are more arcade-style games. Booker the Penguin is a game in which you play a penguin that tries to navigate his way through a labyrinth, collecting eggs and trying to find the way out. What's cool about it is that you rearrange the cubes to make this pathway through the maze. And each time you separate the cubes, they become a new piece, a new type of pathway. And you are able to move him around through the maze by connecting those cubes together. There are only about 14 games for the cubes right now, but that should change over time. Sifteo doesn't plan to actually start shipping the cubes until next month, and when they do, they plan to release a programming kit so that people outside of Sifteo can develop games for the cubes. However, as much as I like the cubes, and I do like them, and I think they're fun to play, they're more of a good idea right now than a great product. Not only are there very few games that are available for the cubes, but those that are available are limited in range and quality. So you're not going to find an Angry Birds game on here, much less a console-style game such as Halo. What's more, the cubes are, for what they are, fairly expensive. For a pack that includes 3 cubes, a charging stand, and a USB antenna to plug into your computer, you'll spend $150. And if you want additional cubes, they cost $45 each. That seems a lot to pay considering that you can buy a Nintendo DSi for about $150 alone, and you get an access to about 2,000 or more games for it. In addition to the limited number of games and the price, it has one other significant limitation, and that is that the cubes have to be within range of a computer. All of the gaming information is actually beamed to the cubes from a computer. So you have to take that in mind when you want to play with them. You have to either be within an eyesight of a desktop, or if you've got a laptop, you've got to make room for it on the table or wherever you plan to play with the cubes. Again, I like the cubes, and I think they could be a lot of fun. Here's hoping that in the near future they come down in price and we'll see a lot more games for them. I'm Troy Wolverton with another edition of Video Tech Files.